this is Woodsworth, and welcome back to Trailmakers. If you don't know what this game is, it's basically a game where you build vehicles, drive them around, and sometimes run over chickens. So today, I am taking the template vehicles that we checked out last time, and I'm going to be trying to improve them as much as possible. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. And the first one I'm going to be working on is the monster truck, I guess. Well, here is the new and improved monster truck. So, from the outside it may look mostly the same. You know, I just changed the rounded parts a little bit, lowered the, you know, the downforce tail fin thingies, and changed the, I removed the Bulldog engines and replaced the raw engine with, Dragon engines. But if you look underneath, I'm gonna have to go into build mode for this. Let's turn all this off for now. So down here, there were actually a few Dragon engines before, so I just, you know, added a few more. When I was, you know, experimenting, I was adding some aerodynamics. When I turned, it kept flipping over. So my solution were some heavy weight blocks and some gimbal jets. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I also just added some mini thrusters, just for kicks. So this is the final thing. So if I go full speed ahead here, it actually almost doubles the original monster truck speed. And even at this speed, it can turn without flipping over, thanks to the jets on the bottom, which are always thrusting downwards. So yeah, this is the new and improved rock truck. Yay! Now let's move on to the tank. Yeah. Here is the new tank. So, I didn't do as much on this one. However, so I did add some extra mini cannons on the sides. Like, you know, I can't see my mouse right now. Like, right here. I also replaced the raw engine with 2 Dragon engines, and now I realize why the Bulldog engines are here. It's for steering. As you can see here, since there was a bunch of free space underneath the large cannon, I added another Dragon engine under there. You can't really see it, so now it goes much faster. Its top speed is about triple what it was before, and if I just abruptly stop, it does a double backflip. So yeah, and it can turn quite fast, shoot. However, sometimes when it goes too fast, it will actually shoot itself, like so. You know, if you try to slow, you know, when you try to brake while you're shooting, it will create problems. And I just fell over. That's great. Alright, onto the jet car, I guess. Wow, this is a disaster. So, I was testing it, and apparently the jets are powerful enough to fly. Okay. Anyways. So, here's the finished product of the new race car. So, there are some bigger changes and some smaller changes. So, in the back, I added larger tail fins. I also replaced the raw engine and the raw jet with Dragon. So now when I go forwards, I go up in the air, like so. But if I go like this and then just go full speed, I won't go up in the air. Because I added yet another one of these gimbal jets. I also added some more downforce so that you didn't fly up in the air when you turned. However, that does still happen sometimes, as demonstrated here. Yeah. There weren't as many changes to this one, so, yeah, let's move on to, the helicopter. Here is the new helicopter. This took way longer than expected because I had to get the balance just right. So I didn't realize that there was an extra heavy block on the end with the tail fins. So that caused some problems. But yeah, here is the new helicopter. So after I finished, I was having the problem that it was actually going too high up in the air, so I had to turn the motors down. So basically, I went for a sort of realistic approach here. So I tried to, add some bars next to the, pilot's seat to make it look a little bit more like a real helicopter. I added some aerodynamics on the front, moved the tail back to make it look like an actual helicopter. And it has pretty much the same controls as the old one. However, for some reason it does turn a random direction for some reason. But yeah, you can, tilt it down, do pretty much whatever you want with it. It's a helicopter. So, yeah, but I'm really happy with how this turned out. So it does take a while to get back down, however. So usually I just try to ease off the propellers and land anything but gracefully. That is the final vehicle done. So the aerial vehicles took longer than I first thought they would. So yeah, they took longer than the, normal cars, like vehicles. So basically what I did to the plane was I moved the jets so that I could enable it to move the wings without moving the jets, because that would mess the whole thing up. So yeah, it can move the jets. I also added a manual, driving system, to get over to the runway, because before you could not drive at all. It was just the thrust. So then, you have the thrusters, we have the tail. I also added some more wings for added lift. So yeah, we can turn. It's pretty standard plane control. split plane, you know, at flat altitude. But yeah, this was also one of the longer ones, but I'm still the most proud of the helicopter, although this one is pretty cool as well. It does sometimes tend to be a little bit jumpy, as you can see here, but other than that, it's a pretty good plane. But yeah, so if I save this as better jet plane, like so, that will finish off this episode of Trailmakers. So if you enjoyed, please consider subscribing, and yeah, thanks for watching.